Right now, buried inside a classified Pentagon server, an artificial intelligence called Claude is helping the United States military make decisions that could reshape the entire Middle East. This is not science fiction. This already happened. On the same day that Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei was killed, U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, had Claude AI embedded directly into their operational systems. The Wall Street Journal confirmed it. The U.S. military used a commercial AI chatbot during live combat strikes against Iran, and almost nobody is talking about what that actually means. So let's go there. What if the United States went all in and used Claude AI without any restrictions to win this war against Iran completely? What would that look like? And more importantly, should it terrify us? Let's start with what Claude already did. In January 2026, Claude AI was used in the military operation that led to the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro in Caracas. The AI analyzed intercepted communications, processed satellite imagery, and helped coordinate the raid in real time. It worked. Maduro is gone. Then, weeks later, CENTCOM used Claude during strikes that coincided with Khamenei's death. Iran's supreme leader of over 3 decades, gone. And an AI had a seat at the table when it happened. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth had been pushing for months to remove every restriction on Claude. He told Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei directly, when the Pentagon buys a Boeing jet, Boeing doesn't get to decide how that jet is flown. He wanted the same deal with AI, full access, no guardrails, no corporate veto. Amodei said no. Trump banned Anthropic entirely. Within hours, Sam Altman at OpenAI swooped in and signed a deal with the Pentagon. No restrictions, any lawful use, classified networks, all of it. But here's the question that keeps military strategists up at night. What if Anthropic had said yes? What if Claude, the most capable AI on any classified network in the world, had been unleashed completely on the Iran conflict? Iran's greatest strength has always been information control. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, the IRGC, operates through layers of secrecy, proxy networks in Lebanon, Iraq, Syria, and Yemen, encrypted communications, and underground facilities built specifically to survive U.S. airstrikes. A fully unconstrained Claude AI, pulling from signals intelligence, satellite data, social media patterns, financial transactions, and intercepted communications simultaneously, would collapse that advantage in days. The AI would not sleep. It would not have cognitive bias. It would not miss a pattern because an analyst was tired on a Tuesday night. It would identify IRGC commanders, track their movement patterns, predict their next locations, and hand that data to special operations units faster than any human intelligence chain ever could. Iran's proxy network in Iraq and Syria? Claude maps every node, every supply route, every financier, every weapons depot, not in weeks, in hours. Iran has one of the most aggressive state-sponsored cyber programs on Earth. They have previously attacked Saudi Arabia's oil infrastructure, disrupted Israeli power grids, and attempted to breach U.S. financial systems. A Claude AI operating on classified networks with full Pentagon access flips that dynamic completely. Instead of reacting to Iranian cyber attacks, the U.S. deploys Claude offensively, identifying vulnerabilities inside Iran's power grid, its banking system, its military communications infrastructure, not destroying them immediately, mapping them, holding them hostage, telling Tehran quietly, "We are inside everything you own, and we haven't pressed a single button yet." That is leverage. That is a war you win without a single soldier dying. Russian President Vladimir Putin watches this and goes silent. Chinese President Xi Jinping recalculates every assumption he had about Taiwan. Because if the U.S. can do this to Iran, the message is unmistakable. Here is the twist that no analyst is discussing. The most powerful way to use an AI like Claude in this war is not to destroy Iran. It is to end the war on terms that stick. Claude processes every Iranian negotiation since 1979, every deal made, every deal broken, every red line drawn, every face-saving exit Iran's leaders have taken. It models what kind of ceasefire framework the new Iranian leadership, whoever emerges after Khamenei, would actually accept. It identifies the economic incentives that would make peace more attractive than resistance. It drafts the diplomatic language that doesn't humiliate Iran publicly, because humiliated nations never stay peaceful. This is what Pete Hegseth never understood when he was fighting with Dario Amodei about guardrails. The most dangerous use of Claude in warfare is not letting it pick targets, it is letting it design the peace. But here is the part that should make you uncomfortable. Anthropic refused to allow Claude to be used for mass domestic surveillance and fully autonomous weapons, meaning weapons that select and kill targets with zero human involvement. The Pentagon said it had no intention of doing either of those things, but the fact that they refused to put that in writing tells you everything. Because once you build an AI that can run an intelligence war, a cyber war, and a diplomatic strategy simultaneously, the same system can just as easily be turned inward. It can monitor citizens, it can profile dissidents, it can flag journalists. Dario Amodei drew a line and paid for it. Trump banned his company. OpenAI took the contract. The question is not whether AI wins the war against Iran. At this point, it already helped start it. The real question is, who controls the AI after the war is over? And right now, the honest answer is, nobody knows. The war in Iran is not just being fought with missiles and aircraft carriers, it is being fought in server rooms on classified networks inside algorithms that most of the world has never heard of. And the outcome of that invisible war will determine what kind of world we all wake up in when the bombs stop falling. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more.